Organization is not that hard. All you need are small tools to make life easier. Let's see what 99 cents can organize for you.
Ich habe mein Traumwohnzimmer mit wunderschönen Möbeln von Biliani eingerichtet. Jetzt im Frühlingssee mit bis zu 50%.
Hello. Oh, hello. In fact, I'm really short of words, to be honest with you, because some of you have been here for quite a long time. And I believe that no apologies will really sort of compensate your time being here. But all the same, like co-host rightly said, you are here for a reason. The reason being that you want to be part of today's event. So once again, our officials are here, and they will soon come up here. And I'm also once again appealing to you that to exercise restraint and patience, and wait for them like the biblical 10 virgins. They had to really wait and wait, not knowing when the groom will usher in. So this the proverbial biblical, example will never depart from our minds and our thoughts. So let's keep hanging in there, and they will soon be in. And I believe that we have so many associations here. For the time being, we are taking the inventory of the number of people here. So please don't have a second thought that when your name is being asked to be written and your institutions, and feel free and then jot something down, because in the near future we'll consult for the appropriate consulate informations. We want to make sure that we bring all Ghanaians together. Our ambassador is so good at it. He's very, very, very energetic, very active. She wants to make sure that every Ghanaian here in Switzerland comes under the umbrella of the consulate informations, so that if something happens, bear with me that we are growing up and things do happen. Where I live, there's an old man who lives right under me. He lost his life tragically. Died in his own room in his sleep for 2-3 days. And people are looking for him. They couldn't find him. Nobody knows where he is. And so we have to be each a desk keeper. If you don't hear from your friend, your brother or sister, please give him or her a call. Let's find out from him or her what is going on. And so let's live as what? Family. Don't live isolated life, thinking that each one for himself and God for us all. That theory and that kind of mindset should be erased from our head. Let us be each other's keeper. And I believe that when we do that, definitely we are going to be like one family. So our Nananom is here. They are also waiting with us. So don't think that you've just been thrown under the bus and you are the only person here. Our fathers are here. Our royal entourage are here. They are also waiting patiently as you are also waiting. So please bear with us. We will soon start the program, and it's not going to take long, I promise you. And I believe that if you have questions during the Q&A time, if you have questions, please jot it down now. Don't wait till the last minute before you ask your questions. Some of you have given me, questions and your petitions and grievances. So please, if you are here and you came and you want to find out from the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs what is going on in Ghana, what you need to know and what you need to find out, please just jot it down and don't wait till the last minute before you fumble with your questions. That wouldn't bring clarity here. So please, make sure that you feel comfortable. You are home. He's part of us. According to him, he's lived in Europe for so many years. So he knows, some of the things that we go through, and is ever ready to help us, in any shape or form. So please, make sure that you have your questions handy. Make sure that you're also part of it. Hesitate and then wait till last minute before you say, I wish I had asked this question. That would have been too late. So please enjoy today's gathering, I would say. Just enjoy it. Don't just feel like, I'm disappointed because I've been here. Wonderful. And so we have a variety of things, to do this evening. The gold board is also here. They're also ready to ask questions, and you also ask them questions. So what is it that you want to know? They are ready to answer. Things are going on around the world now, and I believe that we all have interest in what is going on in Ghana, because obviously, give us the next 10 minutes, a cross section of us will be in Ghana, whether you like it or not. The next 10 minutes, the 10 years, most of us wouldn't be living here. I bet you that. So whether you like it or not, you can't miss your roots. There's nothing like being at home. And those of you who have been at home recently will tell you, the home sweet home. Even your mental health alone, your mental health is very, very important. When you live in an environment where your mental health is not secured, it's not really healthy. Trust me, there's no amount of entertainment that will make you joyful. But when you are home, even 1 week, travel and see, and you realize that indeed you've been in paradise, because you feel very sound and you feel very secure. So ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Ghanaians, Please bear with us. We'll soon start. I know that some of us are exhausted emotionally. Some of us have given up in their heads. But please do well to, encourage yourself that you are here for a reason. And the reason is that Ambassador will soon be ushered in so that we'll start today's program. I'll kindly ask the ushers to go around with the water. Maybe somebody want to quench his or her thirst. So please go around with the waters and let's keep hanging in there. Everything that takes long tells you that indeed that thing is going to be something that is going to be memorable. I tell you. If you rush through things, you wouldn't get the right results that you need. But then, if you keep hanging in there, if you keep waiting, soon you will reap the results of your patience. So, Mr. DJ, just give us a very short something just to refresh our mind and energize us. Good. It's all going to be Ghanaian tastes, and I believe that being Ghanaians, some of these songs, I tell you, it's way, way, way back in the 50s, and I believe that some of you are doing soul searching and going through your mind to remind yourself of the good old days when these songs are played. You realize that indeed the atmosphere alone changes. So please bear with us. Our mother will soon be ushered in. Our father will soon be ushered in. And right from there we will start today's program. It's rather unfortunate that we've come this far. But having come this far, it's better late than never. So even if we are late, it's better than not even hosting it at all. So please, once again, I will kindly ask you to hang in there. We are not yet done. And I must say that if you want to go to the gents, it's right opposite the lift, where the lift said, when you are going outside, and on the left-hand side, right opposite, is where the gents are, together with that of the ladies. So if you want to ease yourself, or better still, if you want to make sure that your cavities are not full, you can go and empty them there. And if you need anything, please consult me, and I'll be readily available to help you out. Those of us from Ben, please bear with us. I know you travel very far to be here, but it's going to be worth it. It's really going to be worth it. I believe that all of us have written down our names. Have you all written your names down? Or give me a wave if your name is not written. Just give me a wave if your name is not written. Madam. Please give me a wave if your name is not written. We've not had the information yet. Please, where is the registrar? the registrar around? Thank you very much, madam. Good. You are welcome, Chairman David. Please, where is the registrar so that we make sure that we register everyone before we leave? Good. How many of you have questions for the Deputy Minister? Because we are going to cap the number of people that will ask questions for the sake of time. So that if you have your questions written already, you can submit it. And we go through it and make sure that we refine it in a way that will be more appropriate. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been informed that our Madam Ambassador is here, together with the Deputy Foreign Minister. And so please, with all due respect, when they're about to usher in, let's accord them the necessary respect by standing on our feet and accord them even the Bible says that give what belongs to Caesar, or Kaiser. And so I've just been informed that they will soon come in, and let's give them the necessary respect. Lady, there's a gentleman over there who is not yet registered. And our pastor is not registered. You've done that? Okay. Mr. Watson, you've not yet registered. Oh, okay. So see the gentleman over there, the far end there, yeah. Good. Our mother is about to be ushered in. Mr. DJ, let's have a very cool, nice song as we usher our mama in. And immediately she comes in, let's stand on our feet and accord her the necessary respect, please. They are not yet in. They will soon be ushered in. I see her right at the door frames. Good. We are proud of our country. And Ghana is worth dying for. Somebody once said that Ghana is worth dying for. I said Ghana is worth dying for. That Ghana is worth dying for. Let's make sure that the gangway is free. Please, with all due respect, let's make sure that the alleyway is free. Those of you at the foyer, please can you come and take your seat? There are empty seats all over the place. Those of you behind the auditorium, please come in and let's find to sit. President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama. And so therefore, it is not an ordinary gathering, but it's a gathering where we are in the know that we are in Ghana. Presence and the spirit of Ghana is here. So don't take things lightly tonight. Make sure that you are going to be a patriot and a patriotic citizen tonight. Fight for Ghana and Ghana will fight for you. One of the American presidents once said that don't ask what your country can do for you, but waiting for our mama, Her Excellency Professor Mrs. A.C. Owua, Ghana's ambassador to Switzerland. She is the reason we are here tonight. Maybe I like your song. I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all stand on our feet as our mother and the chief president are being ushered in. Welcome. Please take your seats. Time is fast spent. Ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, I'll invite Sister Harriet Nate to take over and run with today's program. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give her a round of applause. She is a diplomatic journalist all the way from Ghana. Madam, take over.
Thank you very much, sir. Good evening to you once again. Good evening to you. Finally, it appears we are here to start. Usually, I don't like to block the high table because I want us to have that direct conversation and interaction. It is a pleasure for me to be here. Like I said, my name is Harriet Nate. If you want to address me, at least you know my name. You can call me if you need my attention. First and foremost, I would like to say a big thank you to our high table members, our leaders, for being here, for dedicating their time and being here to be able to carry out this important assignment. This is what leadership is about. Leadership accountability. Leadership is ensuring that you have direct access to the people. And for that matter, I think we should applaud them for availing themselves to be here with us. I believe we all know by their names, but we cannot jump this important aspect of the program and go straight to it. So please permit me to just officially introduce them, and then we will continue with the other items on this itinerary that I have. First and foremost, let me introduce our host in Switzerland, who has been elected or appointed by the president, mandated to ensure that she is in charge of Switzerland as Ghana's representative. That her works pretty much are in tune with our aspirations when it comes to Ghana's foreign policy. Ambassador Professor Mrs. A.C. Owua, Ghana's ambassador to Switzerland. Thank you very much, madam. Also, I would use this opportunity to introduce Honorable Minister James Jachi Kwesin, the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs. Thank you very much, Honorable. I also have on the high table my friend, our Deputy Honorable, our Deputy Head of Mission, Francisca Patwa Jako. Thank you so much. And to continue, let me also go straight to some faces that I know I have. Nana Obokese Ampa the first. And of course, he is the Epijahene of Asibu State and chairman, Asebu State and chairman of Sankofa in Action. Thank you very much for coming. Also, we have the Chief State Protocol Officer from the Office of the President, Honorable Edward Marcus. Thank you very much for coming. One more, and then I am good to go. So Hopefully, I would need to get the name right, but I think I would have to go straight, just break protocol because I don't have the Sith name on my list. So I'm breaking protocol by doing the right thing. It is the most important thing to do. So can you please assist me? Thank you very much.
Ago. 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 Ghana, waya, 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 waya. Ghana, Ose, yeah. Ghana. Ghana. Yeah. I think this is a very beautiful gathering. And we're still in the Heritage Month. It doesn't get sweeter than this. I'm happy to get this opportunity to introduce to you His Royal Majesty. In Ghana, we call him Obeina Obeinisren. He's a one-time member of the Council of State, a two-term president of the Central Regional House of Chiefs, the immediate past vice president of the National House of Chiefs, a former board chairman of the Electricity Company of Ghana, and my mentor, the paramount chief of the Abiaze traditional area, Dasibre Kwebeusi the seventh.
Well, I am happy to tell you that this was planned. So thank you very much. Thank you so much, Nana. Thank you very much. Now, we all know that at every function, we would have to ensure that we have followed protocol. One of the things that matter when it comes to every running order is to ensure that we are one in spirit. Being one in spirit means that we are requesting or calling on the highest of authority to sit in the chair and also make sure that we are in unity spiritually, physically, to be able to do this smoothly. So please allow me, I have to introduce Reverend Victor Ahadi of the Perez Chapel International Missions Head here in Switzerland to please pray for us.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Glory, hallelujah. Amen. We serve a great God. And we are citizens of a great nation. God has given us a very powerful nation. I'm so happy. My brother lawyer, he introduced the nation as one of the greatest nations in the world. It doesn't matter the size, but the people in the nation. And we are not afraid of the giant who confront us. Hallelujah. Our God is great. Hallelujah. I'm asked to pray, but sometimes we need a minute to pray for our nation, to pray for Mr. President, the Vice President, all the ministers, all senior citizens, and the people of Ghana in the diaspora. We have here our most lady, as I introduce her, the ambassador, and we have the Vice Deputy Minister of Ghana, this great nation. I've been desiring to see you one day, and now I've seen you. Yes, because he's cool in spirit, but he works so greatly. My prayer is taken from the book of Psalms, Psalm 145, verse number 3 and 4. That say, great is the Lord, and he is greatly to be praised. And the generations We are the generations now and the generations after us who make Ghana much more greater. They will also praise God. So please, can we be on our feet? The psalmist says in Psalm 103, bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy. Bless the Lord now. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name. He has done great things. Has done great things. He has done great things. He has done great things. Bless his holy name. Father, we are here gathered in your holy name. Ghana is right before thee. And you have said in your word that any nation that will call upon thy name, you shall bless the nation. We ask God of heaven and earth to take preeminence of our meeting here tonight. We ask you to bless the people of Ghana. We ask you to bless the leadership of Ghana. We ask you to bless our neighbors, people you have given us to be a nation that stands in the name of the Lord. We thank you for the great flag you have given us, the flag that waves and the flag that shakes the world to know that Ghana is a nation from the Lord. Father, tonight you will fill us with wisdom. Wisdom from above, pure and reasonable, divine wisdom. We ask you to fill our leadership here in Switzerland. We ask you to visit everyone who is a Ghanaian, that God, your name will be exalted. After all the work and after all you have given us, we ask that this meeting will birth souls, give salvation to people. And Father, we know that you have started. You are the Alpha and the Omega of our meetings. And the Lord greatly praised, and the generations after us will be thy citizens and children forever and ever. We thank you. In Jesus' mighty name, we pray with all thanksgiving. Amen and amen.
Thank you very much. Please, you may be seated. Even though we have one more prayer to do, please allow me to call upon Alhaji Nuruddin Tamaiko, President, Association of Ghana Zongo Community here in Switzerland. If he's here, we would like to have him to also help us pray.
Good evening, everyone in the house. I wouldn't take time to introduce the leaders on the high table. I'll just welcome everybody. And today is a special day. The Almighty Allah, either you call him God or Allah, whatever you call him, or Buddha or whatever. We all know we have just one above all of us. And today, he has brought all of us here. People have traveled all the way from Ghana, from Geneva, wherever. He has brought us here in peace. And let's pray the Almighty Allah or God will take us back home to our loved ones. And in the name of Eid Mubarak today, I would like to say Eid Mubarak to all of you. You can hear what my big brother, the pastor, saying, Barka da Sallah. It's rather unfortunate my house is too small to accumulate all of you because the chinchanga that is going on there is too much. I promise that next time, our ambassador, I will take her to Tamale and she will have all the guinea fowls she wants. So, let's go before the Almighty Allah. And like I said, today is Eid Mubarak. I will take that opportunity to recite the Fatiha. And the Fatiha is the beginning and the ending of the Quran. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal lazina al'amta alayhim. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Alhaji Nuruddin Tamaiko. Thank you so much. This is the moment where if we say we are Ghanaians and we are proud to be Ghanaians, we actually honor everything that our country and who we are, we stand for. At this point, I would like to ask all of us to be on our feet once again as we say the national anthem of our dear country. Thank you very much. Now, at this point, please, you may be seated. Please be seated. Thank you so much. Now, before I move on to the next item on my running order, I would like to also acknowledge and recognize the religious leaders who are here with us and, of course, providing so much solidarity and support for this day to come into being. I would begin with Host Apostle Thompson Sechi, who is the mission head of the Charismatic Evangelistic Ministry, Switzerland. And of course, he's here with the wife, Anita Sechi. Are you here? Thank you so much. Now, let me move on to Apostle Frank Edu Jemfi, also the national head, Church of Pentecost, Switzerland, and with Mrs. Juliana Edu Jemfi. Hello. Now, we also have Reverend Seth Gasu of Christ is Coming Soon Ministry, missions head, Switzerland. And he is also with his wife, Lady Pastor Annie Gasu. Thank you. And Reverend Victor Ahadzi of Perez Chapel International, missions head of Switzerland. Of course, Reverend said the prayer, opening prayer for us. Thank you so much. And Pastor Kennedy Tay of Zurich is also here. It's Pastor. Hello, Pastor. And we have Pastor Daniel Somua Asante, Charismatic Evangelistic Ministry, Zurich. and Reverend Nana Sechi is also here. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. We appreciate it a lot. At this moment, I would have to go straight to the high table where I invite the Deputy Head of Mission who will be doing the welcome remarks for us, Francisca Patwa Jako. Please, let's welcome her.
Thank you so much, Harriet. Your Excellency, Professor Mrs. Isiwa, Ambassador of Ghana to the Swiss Confederation, Honorable James Jachi Kwesen, Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs and Member of Parliament for Asen North, Nananom, Honorable Member coming from the Office of the President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is a great honor to gather here today as one Ghanaian family in Switzerland. Your presence this evening is deeply appreciated, especially given the very short notice with which this engagement was convened. The fact that you still made time out of your busy schedules to be here speaks volumes about your dedication to Ghana and to the welfare of our community. On behalf of the Embassy of Ghana in Switzerland, I wish to express our sincere gratitude to your continued engagement with the mission. Today's gathering offers us an important opportunity for open dialogue, shared reflection, and renewed collaboration. It is a space for us to listen to your experiences, understand your concerns, and explore how we can work together to strengthen the bond between Ghana and its diaspora. As a mission, we remain committed to serving you with dedication, transparency, and respect. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor to introduce the distinguished guests we have here in our midst this evening. We are privileged to have in our midst the founder of AGUS, Ghana Association of Switzerland Unions. Uncle Jeff, thank you very, very much for all the support you give to the mission. This event wouldn't have been successful without him and his team. Thank you so much. I also want to recognize the presence of the executives and the members of AGUS. Thank you too for being here. We have Asanteman. Asanteman is also here, executives and members. We have the Kwauman, the Taxi Drivers Union, the Western and Central Union, Great Volta, Ghanaian United Association, Ga Adangbe, all here. Thank you so much for being here. We also have a distinguished Ghanaian in our midst. She's an actress. I remember those days, Inspector Bediako. We have in our midst Dr. Akosuya Abdallah. She's the president of International Theatre Institute. Diaspora has already been introduced. Diaspora, thank you so much for being here. And we also have Honorable Edward Marcus Addo, also gracing the occasion. Thank you, Honorable, for being here. Now it is my honor to introduce the Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs. He is the MP for Asen North, and thankfully or luckily, he is the Diaspora Ambassador. So we have Diaspora Ambassador. So once Diaspora Ambassador is here, you know you have no problem this evening. He will resolve all your challenges. So Diaspora Ambassador, thank you for being here. And my own mommy is also here, Her Excellency Professor Mrs. Esiwa. Mommy, thank you for being here. Your Excellency, Honorable Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are warmly welcome. We look forward to a productive engagement. Coming here, Akwaba, Wezolo, Amaraba. Which one? Obake.
Thank you very much. Please, let's appreciate the Deputy Head of Mission, Francisca Patwajako, thank you so much. Miawezo Akwaba Ubake. Yeah, we are very diverse when it comes to us as a country, who we are. We are very, very diverse and accommodating as well. Well, at this moment, thank you very much, madam. At this moment, this is where I invite the ambassador of the Republic of Ghana to Switzerland, Ambassador Professor Mrs. Ghana's ambassador to Switzerland once again, and she is in charge of also ensuring that we are pushing Ghana's agenda. And I'm happy that all of you are here as stakeholders. You are all part of government. Yesterday we mentioned that government is not an individuality. It is a collection and a combination of each and every one of us here. So we would have to appreciate the fact that opportunities like this are pretty much important when it comes to the execution of our national agenda. Please, humbly, let's welcome our mother to the podium. There's a microphone there, Mommy, so you don't have to come down here. Thank you.
Who is like unto thee? Among the gods, who is like thee? You are glorious in holiness and fearful in praises. What a country we have. Actually, I don't have anything to say. I just want to sing a song. This song must be recorded because it is the first time. I don't know where it's coming from. All my speeches will be done by the Honorable Deputy Minister. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocols. I have a beautiful country called Ghana. It's the center of the world. It has minerals, it has water. What a country I have. We are diverse, but we stand. United we can make it. Oh God, bless our homeland. Fill it with skilled people who are disciplined and have a sense of integrity. That is all, oh Lord, we ask. Bless, bless, bless our people. Heal, heal, heal our people. Heal our land and make us great again. Oh God, bless my country.
At this point, I never knew that our ambassador, is so good and has a great voice. This is very emotional for me. I don't know, it does something to me. And I can say that looking at your faces, it has moved all of us as well. Mommy, can we please take our opening remarks after that beautiful song?
My beautiful remarks are my song. That I'm so happy to be here and to meet Ghanaians. See, you have actually incited me to sing. And the song is for you. I'm so happy. In fact, I can sing and jump, honestly speaking, because my heart is full of joy. And after taking so much chocolate, I think I am really relaxed. And I want to thank every one of you for coming. God bless you. Thank you.
Well, it appears the song says it all. Everything has been summarized in a song, and that was a very beautiful song, Mommy. Thank you so much for that beautiful message. All right, then, as we move on, we all know the purpose of gathering. We know why we are here today. We know that this is an important occasion. This hardly happens. Time is highly precious everywhere, but especially here. So we know that you don't joke with your time as well. I already apologized for the late start of the program, but at the end of the day, it is going to be worth our gathering, our time. We are going to be sharing ideas. We are here to have a very honest conversation. We are here to pour all of your concerns, contributions, proposals, whatever idea that you have. We have our ambassador for the diaspora, who is here with us, the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs. And of course, at this moment, please, let's welcome him. He will be there, but he is going to do the keynote address for us. Thank you. Honorable, do you prefer to be here or you want to sit at the table? All right. Please, let's welcome him once again. Yes.
Thank you very much. I think Ambassador AC's song has summarized everything. Maybe I shouldn't even bother speaking, except that there's some expectations here for me to address or answer a few points here. I'm so happy, I'm so honored. Not too long ago, I was on the other side of the fence. I was sitting where you guys were sitting. And that's what inspires me. Oh, my face. I was trying to hide my face. Yeah, thank you very much again. So, you know, I was having a conversation this afternoon with my sister, AC here, Ambassador. And I said, you know, whatever we are doing is not for the reward of it, it's for the dignity of it. I feel so dignified, so humbled. Sometimes even makes me emotional because of all what we have all gone through. I've spoken to a few of you. We met a couple days ago, and some have been here as far back as 40 years. I want to identify our founder here. I haven't had a word with him yet, but I could see his integrity through his spirit. A lot of you here, I always say that we are the true ambassadors, because you'll be the one to guide my sister AC here. She's the head. But you guys know the in and out of the system here, the society we live in. So I encourage all of you to work hard with her. She's a very down-to-earth woman. She's ready to make a difference. And that's what I'm also standing for. I heard some say that the diaspora ambassador. President Mahama has not given it to me as yet, but I feel strongly that for what I've gone through and what we all represent, we need someone who's committed. Someone who can feel the same pain. For all the hustles and the bustles we go through, even as citizens that were born back in Ghana, when we go back, we are like strangers. Sometimes even our own households. It's your own nephew, your uncle who will rip you off. It's the person at the ministry don't want to even speak to you until you give them an incentive. These are the barriers I want to break. And in her song, she said, let's have dignity and committed people who wants to do the work. We have everything, you know. Ghana is not different from Switzerland. It's just about our ethics towards work and our patriotism. We met with an industrial person today. And we also met with the State Department person for the Switzerland government yesterday. And I could only draw one thing out of it. Of all the differences in their ethnicity, those with Italian background, Swiss background, German, French, name it. Their common aim is to build this country. A country of less than 10 million population. They have one of the highest GDPs. It's caused by dedication and commitment. But I'm praying that Ghana, as we have always been the black star, God is going to guide us to achieve that purpose. And you know, when we achieve it, it will affect the whole continent. So we should consider ourselves as leaders. Without us in the diaspora, our economy would have been in shatters. Yet last year alone, 3.7 billion remittances that came from us to our home country. This is why we've been fighting that we should consider us as a region. So now I'm proud to say that all of us in the diaspora are 17th region. And I don't want this to sound just rhetoric. It should be action. And this afternoon, Ambassador Ezi and I were discussing. I said, how are we going to even, if it's a region, then we should have a regional minister. Maybe it'll be one of the brothers or sisters here. And we can rotate it. So that it means business. There's too many times we try to set up, you know, we are good at the paperwork and the book, but we don't follow through. Enforcement is our biggest problem in Africa and in Ghana. All the laws here are the same back there. All the laws in the United Kingdom, they drafted it for us. But how do we enforce it? Whether it's a firefighter, he doesn't enforce his rule. Whether it's a policeman, he doesn't enforce his rule. A military man can become what they call this, land guard. It just doesn't make sense. So today, I'm not going to even offer such a lengthy speech. I want us to interact, to understand one another, to know which direction we want to take this country. But the government of the day has set up some initiatives. And I want to beg everybody, don't let us make it partisan this time. Let us, as I stand here, honestly, I could care less about any party. I care about the country Ghana. But of course, we all know that I'm not wealthy enough to be an independent candidate. So I have to align with some party that I feel that their values or principles, at least on paper, reflects mine. I'm a social democrat. Because my happiest moment in life is when I've been able to bring the person, the most destitute person, up and put a smile in their face. That's what makes me happy. It's not a brand new car I'll buy. It's not a house that I own. When somebody is down and has nowhere to turn to, and that's what God help us. Because if you help one person who is down up, you've saved a generation. So let's take this, and President Mahama, for some reason, has come back. I personally believe it's not at his own might and will. A man who's lost 2 elections conservatively. He's been in government before. He could say, well, I'll take a rest. Like many of us here. We could say, to hell, I've been here 40 years, 30 years, 20 years. When I retire, let me just find my comfort zone. But you are still here, concerned about the well-being of your country, your homeland. Switzerland is also your home, a second country. As I stand here, my family is still in Canada. And I still value Canada for what they've done in my life. So for that reason, I'll fight tooth and nail for every one of us in the diaspora to have a dual citizenship. Because it will be ungrateful for us, first and foremost, to abandon the country that gave us a hope. And say to them that this time my eyes are open, so I'm going home, to hell with you. That is ungrateful. Secondly, we have assets and family here. And if we allow that dual citizenship, it's a benefit. In fact, for Ghana, I don't know why they didn't understand it. It's all about selfishness. You see, sometimes if you bring too many people whose eyes are open in your family, the Busuapeni is not happy. Because and that is what I'm doing. Today, I can be bold and proud to say that you can bring 1 million Swiss franc. They will take that money, but they will vote against you if you are not for development. And that's how elections should be. It's not about who has the biggest wallet. Who's going to make a difference? They want to see water running in their community. They want their kids' school better. They want a clinic in their area. Good roads, lights. That's how you build a community. The things that we take for granted here, it's almost like a luxury back there. It shouldn't be. Where's all our minerals and rich resources going? And for a country like Ghana to go and borrow $3 billion, a Kroman Krofupi crash individuals have $3 billion. A wealthy country like that. So this is why we have to fight. Don't let us give up. And that's what encouraged me. My own story, I had the party ruling government coming to me to offer money and incentives so that I'll give up. First time, that's a question, go back and have your peace of mind. I said, who said I don't have a peace of mind? They'll come the second time. It's my own caucus people. I'm in a committee waiting Parliament. This is the last Parliament. We'll pay all your expenses, campaign expenses, and then you go back. I said, but this go back thing, I don't understand. This is, my mom and dad told me that I was born here. Where should I go? Finally, we'll give you some huge monetary incentive and don't put your name on the ballot. I said, I didn't come for money. Then finally they threatened, if you put your name on the ballot and you win, we'll make sure you go to jail. So I said, you have the person who you are willing to put him in jail. You want him to win election before he goes to jail. Arrest me now. And my campaign, I told them, I said, as I was driving from Accra to Asin North, I encountered so many police barriers. Why didn't they arrest me? You want me to win the election and then you take me. Then I said, I'll win and then you take me, let's see. Maybe there's work in the jail for me to do as well. Because Ghana jail, I've been hearing so many stories as well. So maybe my destiny is to go there and fix it. So, I'm just recounting these things for us to have courage and also build our resilience that we don't give up that easily. You only give up if your motive is selfish. Because anytime you are doing something in life and the immediate benefit is about the well-being of other people, God will guide you through. We saw that in Mandela. Incarcerated for what, 26, 27 years? Still came out to become a president. Because he had to liberate his people. Apartheid government could have killed him. But God guided that if you touch this man, I don't think any of those people, apartheid people, would have survived. So they guided him. Our own Kwame Nkrumah, he was in detention when they brought him up. He won election. They brought him up as prime minister. So, there's goodness in all of us, and there's evil in all of us. Let's capitalize on the goodness. Because same human being can turn very evil. But if we guide ourselves and uphold the value, I'm sure we will succeed in all our efforts. I've identified a few areas. Ambassador here, all our missions now, they've been given some kind of KPIs to fulfill. This time it's not our only traditional embassy like the bureaucrats who come and they wear their suit and tie. And if you don't bring any achievement for the country, you are not doing your work. This woman has been here only a few months, and he's already, I'm sure for years you were never engaged. Everywhere I went, I've been to about 16 countries since I got appointed, and it's my mandate that everywhere I go, I should meet the community. Even if the embassy say I shouldn't meet them, I say I'll meet them. Because they know why they didn't want to meet them. You see, highly intelligent woman, a professor, still very humble to be part of you. That in itself speaks volume. So I employ all of you to be part of it as well. So we can achieve this. Swiss economic system has a lot. But we shouldn't be approaching it as if we are beggars. We are no longer beggars. The world economic system that has reduced us to that. If they were to measure, if the world economic system, of course, US with their big guns have managed to use the greenback to measure economic system globally. If economic system were genuinely measured with what resources you have in your country, what is more guaranteed than the gold deposits, the bauxite deposit underground? It's more than any collateral. But yet they will tell you you have to dig it because they know we don't know how to dig it, and process it because we know we have, and by the time they process it, they take 90% out and tell you you only have 10%, you don't have enough money to guarantee your economy. We have to find ways to change it. This is why we're fighting for the African Continental Free Trade Area. The things that our forefathers told us, let's unite. That continent is too rich. Without Africa, none of this global economy will survive. We owe it to our ancestors, we owe it to our next generation upcoming. Because if we don't fix it now, our children and grandchildren's situations will be worse. It's up to us now to make sure it is done. So, our economic stability is what we're looking at. This country went into IMF for just $3 billion. 3 billion is nothing. I'm sure even all of us in this room, if we put our assets together, it will probably be 5 billion. Our houses and whatever. 3 billion for a country like Ghana. But due to poor and bad economic management and selfishness, we had to do that. But thankfully, we will be coming out in May. It was almost as if we can never do it. But God gave us the wisdom to come up with the idea of the gold board. The same thing I was trying to express, that if it's down. So we have a gold board like how we have cocoa board. The amount of gold that was smuggled out of Ghana in a year was in billions. And it goes to Dubai and they build their skyscrapers. And then the little money too we have, they say, oh, Dubai, they all quite here visa. Now, yasa could discount all. For those who were able to steal some money, weekend, then they go to Dubai. Why don't you make Accra Dubai yourself? Yes. So now we found wisdom and said, fine, this time we are going to treat gold like cocoa. Every gold will be purchased by the government of Ghana. Since we did that, within 4 months, we were able to generate, how much was it, about 4 billion? The gold money, maybe you help me. He's the direct PA for Sami Jemfi Gold Board CEO. Guide me on that part. How much did we deposit?
Dollars to the country.
There you go. So it goes to show you from 7 to 10 months, about 10 billion worth of gold. If it wasn't for that arrangement, maybe 8 to 9 billion would have been found in smuggled money. So now, with that, we have almost more than the collateral we need. I'm breaking this down because some of us may not understand why our CD is stable now. 2 years ago, by this time, you wake up, they say CD is 15. Next week is 18. How can you bring a product there and sell when you don't know how stable your currency is going? How do you measure your profit, even your expense? So then nobody wants to do business. But suddenly, now, the dollar is standing at 11. And it's been there for the past 6 months. So if I'm a businessman, I know what I'm bringing. I can measure my profit, my expenses, and continue to do business. This is why internationally, they've given Ghana the highest credit for one of the few countries globally that have stable their currency and has also generated investor confidence. So we are just waiting for the IMF to take their ask off our head in May, and we're all going to see. I'm not bragging here. From June, after May, that time, my banam is my 3-piece suit. My shirt, back when I my brother, my Chevy. Yeah. So, it will be a joy for all of us. Let's look forward. Let's be optimistic. Because the country is for us. We are also moving into a 24-hour economy. Just before I left, a week before I left, I had opportunity to take some diplomats to meet the president, and we're having a conversation. He says, "Actually, last year they're not when we say implementation, what do you call it, organizing our system, because these people will not allow us to bring any money. Even if an investor had the money, they cannot bring it in because we are on IMF condition. You still have to go through Ministry of Finance. But this year, by May, we're done. So this is why we're laying. Some people may say, oh, it's all rhetoric. We've been talking. But they forget that we have a certain condition. Ubia bo bisia. Untu enwe. Then it pan be who say, akoto brand new car. Obe happy. Wait me crash easy car. So this is just in a layman's way, this is how it looks like. So agricultural produces, we are going to put value to it. Processing of agri products. 24-hour economy. Sisi akra no. Ports now start. AI Ministry, Passport Office. We do passport 24 hours now. We've opened passport centers, application centers in all the 16 regions. And in fact, we are piloting the same in all our embassies. CCN or UK, Ghana card, all of those. There are some of the hotspots. You know. Canada has it, UK has it, US has it. Eventually, Ambassador Yahweh say, within there's a few foreseeable period, open Ghana card, and Yadia also be Kofi answer. We want to get all these services done. And then I will also encourage every one of you, when the opportunity comes, to secure one. It will make travel easier. It will make your transactions easier. And that's another area that we are looking at. The 24-hour is very important because we have a very vibrant youth. Africa has almost 60 to 70% of African population now is youth. And it's the reverse here. 60 to 70% of the population in the West, industrial countries, is old. And that's why they are developing all this technology, AI, this, that. We have the people ready and willing to work. All we have to do is make sure, like yesterday when I met the Secretary of State, my counterpart, I said, you know what? Come and set the cocoa industry in Accra, Ghana. From the cocoa farm to the industry is only less than 200 kilometers. It makes cost sense. If you manufacture it there, you can still bring it here. We are going to give you better tax incentives. We are not withholding your profit. We allow you to export your revenue. So very soon things will change. But we have to set up all the... You know that his response was that all industries only thrive where the facilities are viable. He's right. If you don't have adequate electricity, then I'll come and set up millions of worth of machinery to do cocoa chocolate processing. People running 3 shifts. Now all right in the current means sustain 1 shift. Are you telling me I'll make profit or I'll make loss? So right now our focuses are on those things. The big push we're talking about. It'll be tells a big push. I'm going to say near Piancroft. The big push is about sustainable, reliable electricity, water systems, our roads. Your kind of roads are Ghana so far, we don't even have a highway. The only highway we had is what Nkrumah left 60 years ago, Accra to Tema. Which what? Few kilometers. I don't know what I say. So we are building this road, Accra to Kumasi Kumasi to Takrady, Accra to Takrady, that triangular, we had it years ago. The Golden Triangle. I'm sure those of us who are a little bit more senior remember that. That is going to come into effect. And then make sure our railways and all that, so that we can get things moving. So when we talk about 24 hours and a big push, this is what we mean. Tema Port is now running 24 hours. Anytime you want to access your bank, you can access your bank. When I was in Canada, even Sundays, I was able to go to my bank. Sundays, they were opening from 10 to 2 p.m. But Ghana, they are 5 o'clock, 4:30 as a bank upon. How? Maybe describe about 2 hours was upon. They're not serious. We're going to change that. So I think I've touched most of the points that I think we should all be mindful of. The other thing I want to share with you is this Sankofa culture, our cultural festival. We should start promoting our art and culture. There are some individuals have taken initiative here. My dear sister here is doing fabulous work promoting our textiles, our fashion. We want to take this globally. Because everywhere you go, we stand out when we use our own fabrics so that we can feed our textile industries and get the kids to work. Sankofa is, I think you all understand what it means. As last year, August 23rd, I was invited to Toronto to go and launch it. There's a square in Toronto called Dundas Square. Dundas was one of the very wealthy businessmen in Ontario, Canada at the time, during the slave trade. He was one of the few wealthy Canadians who didn't want the abolition of slave trade happening too soon. But because of his mighty wealth at the time, they named a square after him. And we all fought so hard that if the country, Canada, and particularly Ontario, want to reconciliation, they should give the name that square to. Because they realized that it was wrong to name somebody who was pro-slavery a title like that. So now there's a square in Canada. In Toronto is the biggest city in Canada. And the center where the square is the heart of Toronto. If you want to measure, number one, whether east or west, it starts from that center. And so now today we own it. They call it Sankofa Square. And our goal is to duplicate this globally. Yesterday I was sharing with the organizers of your this recent program that in Europe we should start collaborating with one another, all the various Ghanaian communities. And let's start off with one center. We are going to name one. We are going to find one in Brazil. We are also going to a couple of U.S., like Atlanta, for instance. There's a lot of black population there. Philadelphia. So eventually, it becomes like almost an annual thing. Our sisters and brothers in the Caribbean were hungry for this. They didn't know how to bring their own identity. So they engage in what they call the carnival. Some of you have heard the carnival, where they will wear skimpy clothes and dance on the street. That's not our culture. So it's a way to even help them and open their eyes I've been to carnivals myself. Those days when you are young, you want to see something. I went all the way to Trinidad to watch carnival. Trinidad and Tobago. To see something. Yes. Our Speaker of Parliament, Alan Babin, once said, don't waste your eyes and look at something because you can't do nothing. Babin, he's a funny man, you know. So anyways, we are going to embark on this to make sure that we achieve, because it's a way of also expanding our trade. When they see our fabrics, if you have not been part of their soul and spirit, you will never know how they feel. It's almost like when somebody has lost a very dear one and you're consoling with them. You don't know what they feel inside. There's a sense of emptiness when you are very close to them. I was with the Vice President of Colombia only last 4 days before I came here for some bilateral engagement. I could see her. For the first time, they appointed a black woman to be the Vice President of Colombia. You should see, when you speak to her, you could feel the pain that she's going through. So if we do this, and she said, I want to see the transatlantic route become a trade route between Colombia and Ghana. In fact, as much as it's even to our benefit more than them, she said, Minister, I want this happen before I leave office. She wants to sit in a ship. He says, our port exists, Tema port exists. Why can't we trade among ourselves? But we will take our goods through Rotterdam, Europe, and sail down. And those capitalist people are sitting there asleep, but they are collecting their dues. When you fly from, when she was coming to Ghana, she flew from Bogota to Accra, 6 hours. When we were going there, luckily for me, I was in Canada when I came to Bogota, but those administrative people that joined us, 7 hours from Accra to Amsterdam, and then 11 hours to Saturn, 18 hours. We have to look at certain things with clarity, you know. And in other directions, it's none of our airlines. After taking all the money we have, the resources, the little that is left to, if I want to go and see my brother or sister in Bogota, I have to give that to you too. And meanwhile, it's only 6 hours flight. She said that with emotion. And this were not done by mistake, you know. It was done deliberately to cut us off from trading with one another. Yes. So these are some of the practices we can change. She said, I want to sit in a ship and cross the Atlantic back to Ghana to honor my ancestors. He said, you have no idea how many of them died along that route that were taken out of the boat. If you dare make a mistake that you feel sick, they dump you. That's your hospital. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy again to be part of you. I also want to apologize for us coming late because we were in another program out there. But I'll leave the space for any interaction. But I can assure you that this diaspora thing, I'm not taking it lightly. It's going to be passed. The 17th region is still pending, as well as the dual citizenship amendment bill. These two things are waiting in Parliament for the bill to be passed. And thankfully, I'm a member of a caucus that we have excessive majority. So I can be rest assured and guarantee that it's going to be passed. So that the challenges we're going through, any of you here decides, finally I want to come home. You are not a stranger. You have your identity. You want to be a Speaker of Parliament, you can aim for it. You want to be a Member of Parliament like myself, your face will not be on TV and paper every day. You want to be a Chief Justice. Remember, we have children here who are aspiring. And when you have that status, automatically it's transferred to your children. But if you are cut off and say you cannot be a Swiss and Ghanaian at the same time, that means your child cannot be a Ghanaian either. And this is what I'm fighting, not just for ourselves, for our children and our grandchildren. So I'll end my little interaction here today. In Parliament, after he talked for so long, he says, thank you for allowing me to talk for a very short moment. But I know I've taken enough time. And Ambassador is very patient with me, so.
Right.
Again, my dear, beautiful sister here.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
God bless us all. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much, Deputy Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs, James Jachi Kwesen, for that practical speech, I would say. Usually, he's one of the people who doesn't like to be scripted. You can script him, and the next minute, he is jotting points and observing the environment and speaking from where he is, what the issues are. A lot of people prefer to be scripted, so they come, they don't even know what the issues are, and they are just delivering because it's been presented to them. But he's very practical, and I've also observed that. One more time, let's appreciate him for that short speech. At this moment, he's also self-appointed Diaspora Ambassador. And we hope that this shall come to pass eventually, because he's very enthused about the issues concerning the diaspora, of course. I would like to acknowledge a few people in our midst. Let's begin with Alhaji Alhassan Amadou, and he is the Zamarma chief for the Zongo community all the way in France, joining us here. Thank you very much for coming, Alhaji. Also with us is the chairman of the NDC chapter, Mr. David Dennis in Switzerland, here with us. Thank you so much for your time. And of course, I also see Madame Louisa Hansen, the HOC from the Swiss Embassy with us. Thank you so much, Madam. As and when I have the list, I will be acknowledging more people in our space who are sharing the space with us. Now, Minister said something, and I noted that down. It's pretty much struck me, and he said, we don't give up that easily. And I believe the we stands for Ghanaians. We don't give up that easily. And he said, he went on to say, you only give up if your motive is to yourself. Which means that I always say that God blesses our intentions. If it is for the majority, it shall always come to pass. So at this point, thank you very much once again for that. Now, you know, as a journalist, someone who reports in international relations and diplomacy, that is my background, my master's background, I already have my headline for my story. And I think you are curious to know what I am going to write for publications. That is going in Ghana Web, Joy, and my platform, which is Diplomatic Affairs TV. I wrote, Beyond Remittances to strategic partnerships, the Ghanaian community in Switzerland champions inclusive governance. So, I already have my headline for my story, and I was already doing my story. I will share with, of course, our mother, who will share with your various platforms, just so you know that your voices are being heard back home. And we pretty much appreciate all that you are doing. This is where we open the floor. Am I right? Nana has been seated for a while. I know he has so much to share. And of course, Nana is also here to share so much with you. We have heard our mother summarize almost everything in a song, in a hymn, you know, and I know that she deliberately saved the best for the last. So she is waiting. Our minister has also opened the floor, introduced, you know, pretty much by way of introduction. So we welcome all of your concerns. There is so much that at this point you have to share with the high table. Like I said, this is not a one-time event. Mommy, am I right? This will be happening often, very, very often. And I believe that from time to time, this shall happen and we shall document it. I don't know where to begin from. I believe the high table is ready. We are going to get very, very interactive. We'll be having a conversation. We'll talk about everything. Remittances, Ghanaians, beyond that, they have a lot to share. They live here and they see what is happening. I always say best practices are worth replicating. May I, please, I see the deputy head of mission here with us, and of course she will be the one to help us with the questions and of course to connecting us to the high table as we share ideas, Jojo, learn from each other, and walk the talk. For me, walking the talk is very important. This is not just one-time events. We have to make sure that we are practical with everything while we are here. Time is so precious. We have the microphone that will be moving as well. So at this point, I believe that the high table is ready. I see pens and papers moving already. I see that reports are being taken already, and this is going to go home for us to act. Do you want to?
Yes,
please?
let me add that they should feel comfortable.
Right.
Any language at all. If
I can actually help. Okay, so that's good. There a bit of Dagbani here and there and everything.
And,
yes.
You know, get involved.
Yes.
So that some people will not be impeded by.
When you ask your question and you have a particular person in mind at the high table that you would want to assist and give you the answer to your question or contributions, please feel free to direct it to any of them.
We only allot 2 minutes for each question.
That's a lot of time, actually.
A lot of time.
You've been very
so
generous.
Do you prefer?
You've been very generous.
2 minutes.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
All right.
Where do we from? You mention your name, you introduce yourself, you tell us where you are coming from, and we can go. Where do we begin from? I see Alhaji Nuruddin. Okay, so he is going to help us, right?
Then we have the hand of.
All right, let's begin with our videographer.
Okay. Thank you. My name is Kwame Afre. I'm coming from Finland. I'm based in Finland. I've heard the government preaching this 1 million coders, which I think is a fantastic idea. Mine is not more of a question, but maybe clarification of how is this the government going about it? Because I've heard he's had a contract with Huawei or something of that sort to train 1 million coders. My only concern is that normally, how can we involve Ghanaians who are expert in that field to train our own people? Because mostly these companies will come during the training. Our youth will come up with ideas. Normally, there's no contract on patent. So they will take those ideas before we are aware. They will use those ones. So as I said, I'm not sure I don't have facts about it. I would like to be educated about it. And if the government can involve Ghanaians who are expert in that field in the training. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please pass it. We already have some microphones, but we'll take 3 questions at a go, and then they will come in and answer, and then we'll take the next batch
Wonderful.
of questions as well.
So
Please, 2 more to go.
Yeah, good.
If you can work under 2 minutes, we would
Right.
very much appreciate that.
What
I see
next?
a hand up right at the front row. I think after him.
Right.
After you, sir, please.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Minister. I believe, my name is Nanasechi. When in your speech, I heard you saying, we have to find a way. You spoke about cocoa, a great product, and transportation. My question is, it's been a long time. Cocoa has been one of Ghana's major exports. And I believe most people have had scholarship from cocoa and attended great schools, universities, and so on. 3 days ago, I was watching a program from the ambassador. It's a TV program from Ghana. And I saw a heap of cocoa pots. And there were 7 or 8 people sitting around them and breaking the pots with the machete. And this system has been so long. It's wasting time. 7 people on a heap of cocoa will take about, if each person is using 8 hours times 7, it's a lot of time. What are we doing to save those time of those people? Because a small portable machine could break this in 2 hours. And the cocoa board or the minister will agree.
Thank you very much. Your 2 minutes is up. So go straight to your question without the commentaries.
So my question, what are we doing?
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Is it going to be any mechanical way of doing the pot breaking?
One more person, please.
Thank you, Nana Sechi.
Good evening. My name is Chief Alhassan Amadou. My question is going to the Honorable Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, because from today going, we know that he's the ambassador of Diaspora. So at any time, when the government needs something, they always call Diaspora, Diaspora, Diaspora. And after when they get what they want, and we the diasporas, we are in the DASB. So I want to know something from the diaspora ambassador. What did they have for us, we the diasporans? Because even forget a passport now, someone just texted me a message in Germany. They asked the person to pay €200 before they will give the person. After the form that the person bought, they asked the person to pay €200 again before they will do a passport to the person. So for us, the diasporas, I don't know what we are. Thank you.
All right, so at this point, we will allow the high table.
That's right.
Questions have been directed to some individuals, so please, you have the floor. There's a microphone right in here, in front of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, the initial question was about the million coders, right? Yeah. You're very right about sometimes this bigger companies taking advantage. Yesterday, someone was sharing with me how we have not done our rights in terms of registering a thing about even music. High life, for instance, anybody can take the drums and start trying to play high life. We should be owning it. And as I said earlier, a lot of these things are in the planning stages. The million coders right now, what we've done is we've allotted every constituency to train X number of people.
Hello, Kwaku. Good evening.
Not
Pacho,
too
ya
long
beju
ago, I
kumase.
think it's still even
Ana di
ongoing.
ante ama ante anya me ka nti omo de omo tu omo
Me
ko.
pacho efri
Be
here.
many mpese.
Okay.
All right, let's continue, please.
There was a discussion with even some of these credit card companies, American Express, Visa, MasterCard, and all of them. I'm pretty sure some of you have had an experience where you will call to inquire about your some charges on your Visa card or renewal, and then the voice you're hearing or the person speaking on the other end is not who or what you expected. Could be the person is speaking from India or South America somewhere. One time I had my own experience. I called the person. I said, "Where are you speaking from? I cannot understand what he's saying." He says he's in El Salvador. I said, "Okay." So then I in my own thought, I said, I better be patient for this person because, I don't want them to lose their job opportunity. So this is what, and in fact, if you look at it, Ghanaians have a very, very, very refined skills in English. And, because of maybe the nature of our dialects, as compared to Southeast Asia and other places, an Indian could be living here for who knows how long, will still speak with a very strong Indian accent. So we are very good at doing those kind of work, at least for the time being, whilst our economy is still under, the gravity of growing. Because we got too many youth looking for employment opportunity. So even if it's for the sake of, and when I made my own research, that time Indians, they did this quota thing, they were collecting $3 an hour. So even for now, but now that the economy picked up to a second, almost going, the Indian economy is growing rapidly. A lot of them have fallen out of that business. At $3 an hour, it's a huge money for a high school leaver in Ghana. That's almost like $30 and 30 cedis an hour. So even for 8 hours. So this is where we are looking at it from that point of view. And with that, they can also, many of us were in the diaspora here, working and going to school at the same time. They can even use that to support their own post-secondary and other programs. So the coders thing there is not fixed yet. We're just putting the training into place. And also for people like those with experts here in the diaspora, this is the opportune time where members of that 17 region becomes viable. Because we know you live in the most modern high tech. And you can bring that expertise home. So if we legitimize your status as a Ghanaian, without coming home and think you are only a Swiss, but then you're a Swiss and you're a Ghanaian, you can hold any position in that matter. And this is why those two bills are in Parliament right now. I'm tying these two up with the diaspora ambassador thing that you mentioned. Because without that, but laws have to be passed through Parliament. So, and this was launched only last December, the 17th region. The president did that in December. So we are in the process of Parliament passing the bill, and then we'll be able to fine-tune everything that goes along with it, just as it will apply to an average Ghanaian. So that answers your, I hope, giving some bit of clarity to that. And you talked about the passport issue. Yes, but okay, so the passport thing you're saying right now, if let's say you had a Ghana card and you're applying for passport, or let's say you were in Ghana and you had your Ghana card, you want to apply for passport, the application fee in Ghana will the same thing that will apply to yours. But because you are here for now, you don't have the necessary requirements You may have, if you have Ghana card, for instance, and the machines are here in Ben, then you will be able to process it at the same rate of fees that they will give to them. So remember, some people too are making contract out of this. Be very, very careful. I encountered that in Canada. Someone told me even to go and collect a visa, they told them it's $400. But it says clearly on the website, because the travel agent is adding his own fee to the actual visa fee without telling you. If he were to tell you the visa is actually, what, $50 or something? 200, 100 franc here. The visa is 100 franc. But if you came to me as a travel agent and you filled the I said, no worry, bring your pictures, whatnot, and your passport, but it's going to cost you 400 francs. Because he's taking 300 for his service. That doesn't mean it's the government of the day or the embassy charging you that. So please, to all of you, make sure you understand the fee and charges. Because if you took your own time and went to Ben and met with the embassy staff, you only paid $100, 100 Swiss francs. So those excessive fees are sometimes, or most of the time, charged by the contractors who are processing it for you. Yes, sir.
She went to Ghana. She sent to Ghana to make the affidavit, and as at now, they are asking her to pay €200 before they will do the passport for her. Otherwise, she's not going to get.
No, I think something is not right.
Yes, so that's what.
Speak directly to the ambassador. Okay, or at least the ambassador's deputy. Okay. Excuse me here. Bring that. You are in France. Okay. Very good. It falls on you, yes. So it's good for you to get finality on this. I would say make an appointment to see the ambassador. Sit one-on-one with him, her or him. And I think I even know who she is. This is, what's her name?
I'll call the ambassador this evening for ratification on this. Yes.
Thank you. That's our action, mommy.
You see, this is why we are taking these travels to go around. My counterpart here, Ambassador Ishi, is a whole different human person. Okay? But as we go around, we will make sure all our embassies respond actively like she's doing here in Sweden.
Thank you.
Good.
Because I said it to you earlier. When I was in Canada, I took, that time they didn't have an ambassador, but they had a head of mission there. And I told him to come around with me. We went in Ottawa itself. They said they had never been met for about 6 years. We went to Montreal, it's the same issue. But now it's a whole different ball game. So, new king, new law.
Thank you very much.
The diaspora ambassador thing is what he mentioned. He mentioned about it. No, you.
One more question.
Yes,
Francisca.
Cocoa.
The cocoa, yeah.
Ambassador, she will handle the cocoa aspect of it. Hold on.
Thank you very much. I think your Huawei thing, I would just mention something very briefly on it. We have identified people in the diaspora. In fact, yesterday I had somebody from America that he has developed a program for coding. And I think on Thursday you saw it. We can use this guy's method and train about 5 million coders at a very cheap price. So I'll be making investigation as to how much Huawei is collecting from us for this. We have the people, skilled people. Look, our brain is a big resource. And these are ways that these people are using to harness our brains and take them away. They will go and implement them. And then language is a resource. See how I'm speaking my English. I'm not saying, go. You see, my English is very clear. So our language is a resource that God has given to us. Now, for the cocoa, you see, the way we handle cocoa is different from all the other countries, including where we got it from. So it makes our cocoa supreme. It's called the supreme cocoa. Even here. So all the chocolates we are eating, they accept it too, that it comes from Ghana. When we went to see the video, it's all from Ghana. We can have equipment to break the pods. It's very easy. But see, as we sit around it, we are putting something in the cocoa which you don't know. And even the fermentation, the process which we are using, we have to also design something that will mimic what the farmers are doing. Otherwise, the cocoa won't taste nice. So it will just be, let me use my fancy word, tabraba. It will not be like it. So
tasteless.
And we've sent somebody already to go to Sunyani Polytechnic, and KNUSC has even set up a desk that if you are a farmer, you want to cut your cocoa, break the pods, they will design and construct for you. Look, we are really moving. Ghana is flying, but you don't know. We will make it. So don't worry about matches and all that. We are doing that to support our Ghanaian economy and put a great value on our cocoa. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam. Madam Hetty, let me quickly chip in this. The cameraman wants to capture every question. So if you have a question, please just line yourself here so that the cameraman will take a very nice photograph of you, and then at an appropriate time, it will be displayed at the appropriate links.
All right, so from the high table, Nana Obokese wants to add something to what Ambassador just said, briefly. And then I'll go back, because I don't want us to just ask questions. If there is a follow-up question, we need to make sure that the people who are asking the question, get the answers that they truly want. So I think that, I don't know whether he's convinced or he's talking about, technology and all of that. So I'll come back to you after Nana adds something to it.
Thank you very much, Harriet. I'm moved by what my brother Alhaj said, Alhaj Al-Hassan. In his voice, he was very enthusiastic when he asked the question, what is government going to do for the diaspora? Because when they need something, they come to us. Just a little bit background story about myself. I lived in New York for 16 years. I went to Fordham University. I drove the yellow cab in Manhattan. I did everything, and I decided to go back home. And I've not regretted doing so. What I realized is that let's go to the Accra Research Initiative. Have you heard about the Accra Research Initiative? The Research in Ghana agenda? Yes. It's all about relying less on aid, increasing production, stabilizing our economy, that's our currency, and it's all about self-reliance. Now, the volume of trade between Ghana and Switzerland is $4 billion a year. About 98% is related to gold. The rest is just 3%. let's ask ourselves as Ghanaians here. We live here. You are professionals. You are very skilled. You have all the expertise. How much are we involved in that 4 billion stretch? Nada, zero. And I don't blame you. It's capital intensive. But what do we do here? We have wonderful men of God, leaders, community leaders. You're all leaders. What does the Jews do differently? Even Senegalese, when you go to New York, they put themselves together. So we can have the churches come together, study how the 4 billion is spent. How is Switzerland able to trade 4 billion worth of gold every year? And we are here, we are Ghanaians, and we are not part of it. So we can put ourselves together, form some sort of economic, we are economic migrants here. So from economic unions, or you can use AGUS to form just one union, approach the gold bar guy. You can even set up a company in Ghana to have a license to sell jewelry. And then you'll be partaking in that 4 billion stretch. This is the best thing government can do for you. The government only creates enabling environment. The minister cannot do much. He can go to parliament and vouch, you get your passport, you get a dual citizenship, but that will be enough. That will be it. I'm talking from experience. So, put yourself together. Put yourself together. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nana Obokese. No, but wait, before we move to, like I said, this is very practical, and I know to our distinguished panelists, I don't want us to just ask questions for asking questions' sake. Let's make sure that we have the right answers. If somebody feels like, no, this is not what the answer that I am expecting or that I actually need to my question, we need to break it down. So I went to him directly because I felt like, Ambassador, I felt like his question, he was actually talking about leveraging technology to save time and mass production. And I think that we have IT specialists amongst us. So let's make use of the experts who are in our midst and see how, because Ambassador also will have to collect information, invite these experts into her office and see how she can engage them for us to be able to realize the time that we are spending here. So please, Ambassador, with your permission, may I please give the microphone to him pertaining the question asked by our Reverend.
Okay, thank you. And once again, my name is Kwame. I'm working as a process development expert for one of the Finnish companies. So what we do is we look into the company where people are doing manual work and we propose solutions just to simplify the process. From the question is, I think if we have 10 people sitting just cracking the cocoa pot, it's a waste of time. If we have one machine, one person will be standing, throwing the pot in and it's breaking it. Simple. And this is where we can discuss and see where can we find solution. I won't say the government should go to China and buy immediately a machine. But this is where we can gradually leverage universities like KNUST. We have Kantanka. If you go to him and say, hey, in the next 3 months, we want you to produce a machine that we can use to break this at a low cost. This is where I think we should be looking at. I mean, discussions like this, for me, I don't see it as question and answers, because nobody have the answers. We should have it as more of a dialogue where we share ideas. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, at this point, I'm sure Ambassador will definitely engage him, and then we'll see how best we can expatiate on this particular idea shared. Please proceed. Thank you.
The gentleman would like to ask a question.
Should I? Okay.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. My name is Yao Podo. About 3 weeks ago, we were in Bern to meet Her Excellency. And she requested that we should also make a plea. And I made a plea even in a written form to her directly. We needed a direct flight from Zurich to Accra and back. She said I should make it in written form, which I did. And I did it on the behalf of the community. I don't know if she has received it. Pacho Onsaka.
Pacho, Ambassador Bay and Sao, but you better 2 more questions in addition
and
to.
number 2, we have another plea here. Again, number 2. Menfanka.
Maybe I try.
Okay. Wait here. It's a plea. Another one.
No, it's fine. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay. It's for a recognition of diaspora driving license in Ghana. We living here. You all know what we pass through to get the driving license here. But when we go to Ghana, where we know the acrobatic way we drive in Ghana. But still, when we go to Ghana, we need Ghana driving license again. Even despite taking international driving license, which we had to pay for, we have to acquire driving license in Ghana again. My plea is very short. If it will be possible for us at least to use our driving licenses in Ghana for at least 6 months or whatsoever. That's all.
Thank you very much. I think you have one more. No, we have one more person here, right here. She has a microphone.
Okay.
Please introduce yourself and your question. I believe the high table is attentive. Can we proceed? High table, please. Can we go on?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Christina Gansa. I come from the Western region. Well, my mom is from the Central and my dad is from the Western region. And I'm the founder and the chair lady of Western and Central Association here in Switzerland. Okay, I'm going to speak Fanti because I've been seeing a lot of people speaking English and yeah, Padamaka Fanti. As someone put me bisa kra wa mama chair into me referee bebre. My question come Deputy Minister Kwachi Kwesin, Honorable Jachi Kwesin. Okay, Pocho. You may a kid, and the mere fancy, no, I am brought to be cheap in
Please, for the sake of time, commentary. Go on.
Mopocho. A kid, Yensika. I mean, some of them, Dubai were built with young gold nazi. Now, it can't so that why don't we build Dubai in Accra? And Pocho, what about Western region? Why don't you build Dubai in Western region? Because somehow, no, what about every government that comes and focus on Accra and Kumasi. Meanwhile, the most of yen aid comes from the Western
Please.
region. And no more question there. Why not build Dubai in the Western region?
Thank you.
Thank you. Anna,
okay. The other question is, we're talking about building and doing this and all that. At the end of the day, young Ghanaians, young problem, power management. So if we don't fix the mindset of the people now, no matter whatever we do, it will never last. We need to train the people to change their way of thinking, how to manage things, so things last and not always destroying and going to buy new things and all that. So these are my two questions. What are you doing about it?
Let me say at this point, I think at this point we will allow the high table to answer and then we'll take some.
More.
One more?
Yes, one more.
Okay.
It goes to this lady. Please come.
Hello. Me pacho, your friend is Samson Wadaya. Now, he said, that's a question because me a campaign now. Minu abe ma Hassan Kasim bi betimo eniano. Was see, se moba diaspora, moba scanner mo beje deko. Aha, be se mo betina be mu a na madam pe yen. Bete no kre. Ye baga na ba mo officer. Mu fi yempo. Ebi enye sika bi na ye ba bepe o. Ebi ane e the contract bi because me say me na energy minister kasai. And our cast oh membra because Ghana doom so no as I started. Your company was Switzerland. They are ready to invest like 150 million Swiss francs. ISR and the mano. Mene madam futio. Ye ba office ho. Ebet na se try take it go ebet na se. O man fie en e dey Swiss for sorry en if I plane nearby. Enti sen ka mo buy na ka mo share ye ma next time mo be campaign ye yan na be resources ne dia mamo. But me can say Amsterdam, His Excellency can say, Oba will be making more millionaires. But more millionaires, and who say, NPP for the name Mickey, NDC for the day, or more make your friend is saying, more millionaires, no. But the next time, more pet about Bima Bano, more about Diaspora. No, my mother can say, okay, yes, so young son, the junior fundraising for Mama. This time, they la like.
I think at this point we will allow the high table to attend to the questions and then we'll come back for the next batch, right? All right. Honorable Minister, please, you have the floor. I think there were 3 questions. One, we had 2 in one, and then 2 others. Deputy Head of Mission. You have the questions.
Please.
Thank you. I think we are making very good progress here.
Thank you.
Direct flight, Swiss Air. I think that came from over there. You know, some years back, we had a Swiss Air flight going to Accra, back and forth. Yes. You see, most of these things are business operations. And so, in fact, just this afternoon, Ambassador was talking to me about it as we were driving. She has plans to put a proposal to them. But economically, this is where all this reset thing will start picking up and bring businesses. Flights don't originate for the sake of flights. In fact, I read recently that Switzerland is even laying off. So sometimes we need to do our own research a bit. But there's almost, if Switzerland, as I stand here, I was part of negotiating a flight from Toronto to Accra. It's never happened before. Canada never had a flight. The furthest they go is Europe. June this year, we have WestJet flight, Canadian airline flight, they call it WestJet. They will fly from Toronto to Accra 2 times a day. 2 times a week, sorry. Again, because of the demand. You know, these people don't do anything for the sake of doing. They have to do their research. There's 150,000 Canadians in Toronto right now. 150,000. And they've done their research to see that on an average week, X number of Ghanaians or Canadian Ghanaians or whatever you want to label them will leave Toronto, transit in Europe, and come to Accra, or go through America, Delta. So when they have such statistics, they know that it's a win-win situation for them. And for that matter, it's also convenience for our people. Because when we were flying to Ghana, you come and sit in Amsterdam sometimes 7 hours. Transit. Before you get the next flight to go, it takes you 2 days from Canada, Toronto to get to Accra, another 2 days to get back. But with this now, so it's not a deliberate thing that, but let's assume, my brother, I don't know the population of Ghanaians in Switzerland, for instance. So if the business actually picks up in Ghana, it's not going to be only Ghanaians going there, you know. You have business people who are leaving Switzerland almost on a weekly basis going to Accra. Back in the time, Swiss Airways was going back and forth. I flew it before. But now, Lufthansa, they fought, you know, so, and also now there's a lot of alliance among the airlines. So one carrier will take you here, the next carrier, and before it was just solely based on that airline alone. Now they found a very friendly business way of dealing with it. I think your hand is still wants to be up. So let's hear you, and then we'll move forward. Oh yeah, that one.
Wait for your second question, and then after that you.
I think he wanted to ask me about, it's the same flight issue?
Exactly.
Okay, let him speak, please.
Yes. Sir, we made the research, and they told us the problem is in Accra.
Okay.
Yes.
If that's what they're saying, then this is where Ambassador comes in. So we will follow up with whatever the problem is in Accra, and we'll give you a very quick response on that. Driver's license. It was you. As for this one, I'll beat you. Because if you arrive in Accra today, Ghana, I don't want to use Accra, my sister will be upset. If you arrive in Takoradi today, and you have your Swiss license, confidently go to DVLA with that Swiss license and tell them, I've come here and I want to drive to do my business. They will give you the equivalent license for you. You don't need even to go on road test, nothing. I've used my Ontario license to get Ghana license. Ontario, Canada license, the province is Ontario, so they issue Ontario license. When I went there, first and foremost, you can even drive with that license for 3 months without doing nothing. No, legally, I'm talking legal. I'm not talking about corruption and all those things. Legally, you can drive I'm not talking even international license, you know. Excuse me? Yes. Yes. Excuse me? It's a law. And when it's a law, it's international law.
All right, can we take the information,
the high
please?
table, please.
Okay, please. It's a law. And the reason why I will not even encourage you, listen carefully.
Please listen.
I will not even encourage you to go and spend money and get a Ghanaian license when you know you're only going for 3 weeks or 1 month holidays. Because licenses have expiry date. So if you came back and for 2 or 3 years you haven't gone back, your license is dead. And this is why internationally they allow up to 3 months. I've used Ghanaian license to drive in Toronto for 6 weeks before. And when the police stop you, you just show him the license. But if you are going to stay there beyond 3 months, then you need to get the license for that country. And that too, you can show your original license you have, and you don't have to go through the testing and all those.
Honorable, I believe that the policemen or the authorities have to be educated.
They need
because
to.
Some of them will say, oh, you have to drive only 2 weeks.
Yes.
And then take it
Yes.
to DVLA. And
So we need to enforce the law.
Exactly.
I think that is where the lapses are.
Thank you very
So
much.
we will take this and we will address it with the IGP, that these are some of the issues we are collecting from the diaspora. And we
Okay,
can
Meba,
address them.
Meba. I saw Diaspora Kweku who see the 7th also nodding to what the minister
Yes.
just said. So I think he might have something that he would like to add to. Have you had any experience around that regarding the licensing? Yeah, foreign license. So we are good.
You can use it for 3 months, and after the 3 months, you just have to go back or renew it. So it is the standard law that works in Ghana. Like Honorable was saying, just see the police and they refuse to accept this law, you take them to wherever you have to take it. It's international law and you can't beat it. Thank you.
Thank you, Diaspora.
It is an international law and you can't beat it.
So we
The
need
last
to.
question, please.
Yes.
Hold on, please.
Hello, beautiful people. In the UK, my daughter works with Amazon in the UK. She used her Ghanaian license for a year. If within that 1 year you do not have an accident, then they will give you the UK driver's license. 1 year, 1 whole year, with the Ghana, yes, from DVLA. It's the same here? Shh. It's no more.
Please. I think it. Shh.
Okay. I think the question was based in Ghana.
Right.
And the answer is that in Ghana, you can drive with your Swiss license for 3 months.
All right. Wow.
Without going to the DVLA. If the police intercept you, we need to just to enforce the law to make sure that, as he suggested, that we have to bring this to the attention of the IGP and say this is some of the challenges that diasporans are having. Sometimes these people are not really, even if they may know the truth and the law. As you know, my sister said we have to do the mindset, reset the mind. Because posing now, it's called no here. And now she also away a bugger. So you are ripe for the season. So if finally I'm on the road and this bugger is coming by, I'll test him to see if I can get some 100 CDs from him. On your law.
All right.
Please.
So you can take them on as well.
Honorable, the last question was
the last question.
Yes.
The last question was
how politicians use the diaspora.
I think my fancy sister was saying reset Dubai Western region. I don't know brings a figurative comment. Come back at Accra in the man of me. I'm Accra.
Christy.
Oh. And the madden. I just see Accra cried. I want years boko. Mama, yo cry. Accra, why are congested? So, anything good is Kabi Abian. You must start, you fix it, na BBI, come on. Mampo Muasasu way you were forwarding. The baby as in Mary's wall forwarding. Upon Muasasu upon junction.
You have one. With this
and
one.
my dear sister here.
Yes.
Governments, parties have consistently exploited diasporans. Election Bodupe born there. Party painful no ass online. Diaspora for one day. I mean, I've gone through that over 30 years. What I've come to realize, this reset with the 17 region, as I said, be very patient. It's going to change things. This year is going to set up an office for diasporans to come and engage. So when you come with a proposal, like whether it's energy, whether it's agric, whether it's whatever, you go to that department as soon as we get it as a law. And then they will lead you. First, that assessment will be done. and they will lead you to the appropriate agencies. Can you believe that even as a minister, as I stand here, deputy minister, sometimes it's still a challenge for me to go and see my brother minister. It has happened. I go to whether it's interior, whether it's major, did the main me uncle for winning. Now, Obiako, I say, Honorable Jashi, myself, if you ask my PA, I'm always battling with them. Sometimes I go to an appointment, whether it's Jubilee House, Mabana, MPs, be at 3 waiting room. They say, minimum here, no me come office. And son and Comodim and Obiakado, MP5 by a beach. I said, what? Bring them in. Some have come and gone. So that thing, we are working on it to fix it. You know? So this is why I'm offering myself everywhere I went. I say, if you are from the diaspora alone and you come to Accra, another talk ready. Madam, I was saying, Ghana, I'm free. So, Makashi, I know change the crazy, me back, cry, and I mean, and Naseba, please, if you come, and before I leave here, Madam will have my contact. Your community elders will have the contact. If you come, you better be prepared to receive them. Eba, never challenge be I call my office. If I haven't traveled like how I'm here and I'm in Accra or Takoradi or Ghana, I'll receive you. I'll get you the appropriate person to lead you to get this done. Because this is not a rap. I'm not talking. Dema seme all kinds, sister Nakan. I've said the same thing in Canada before, where we even rejected people that they should leave us alone. Because time and time again, they don't want to appreciate us. Even the reception alone, they said if you can't give somebody anything, give hope alive. Let them feel that they have a value. So please, be patient. This is what I'm saying, that post one for mom them ambassador, because I want to do that work.
I'm sure Ambassador has something to add to it. Please hold on.
Please, that is why this embassy is here. If you are going to introduce any technology to Ghana, fortunately, I have some knowledge in some of these things. So when they come, I question them. Some of the people, I rejected their proposals right away because I noticed that it is not beneficial and it might not work. And so the business will collapse. In fact, today we visited a place. Those people made a presentation to me, and I questioned them on the technology they are going to introduce to Ghana. And they answered it. And I said I wanted to see the facility myself, see how it operates. So today, I've seen what it is. It's been confirmed. I'm going to write a letter of support to the Ghana Water Company Limited, and then also to the Ghana Water Resources Commission. Unfortunately, the chairman is here, so he was also there. So please, we really love the diaspora. But one thing I want you to have in mind is that when you are doing something, do it for Ghana. Not for anybody, because those people, they are people. And sometimes you will see that so many people are waiting for you. I have been a vice chancellor before, and you see that the queue is long. You have a lot of others. You can't meet everybody. It has happened to me before. I wanted to see the chief of staff. I went there at 8 a.m. and then I left at 8 p.m. And I said, I will never visit this man again. That's what I said. See, so it happens to all of us. But the main aim is Ghana will prosper. Look, if there is a problem in Ghana, your relatives will suffer. Look at how the independence was celebrated. It's like a burden has been removed from us. You can never use money to buy it. So no lie. Don't say that it is proper. It will be lie. It will come to pass.
It will be lie. All right, so please, before we come to you, sir, please go ahead, madam.
So I'm Leslie River, and I just want to add something to support what AG plans to do with the flight. They used to combine Abidjan and Lagos. So it was not a direct flight, Zurich, Accra. So please, when you're putting it across to them, remind them that we have these routes before which served the purpose so that the argument will be stronger. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Rivera. Okay, please, you take one. There's one more hand here when you are done.
Yeah, I go. Your friend Kwame Asiedu. Me free Asia Kurufru. Ukurum ni eneme. The person me busa ni say over toka wa ha ebi a 20,000 Swiss francs. Oduba kodru Ghana na ukutua double. Na oka na akasa ma san aton ama. And I'm person say ka betu ayehu bibia ma ye.
All right, so one more question from there, please. The gentleman here. One more. Okay, this and then this hand, and then we are done. Two more people, and then we are done, please.
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Martin Pepra Esiama. All protocol duly and respectfully observed. Please, this is my concern. I had the opportunity about 6 years ago to address it to the highest office of our land. But today, as I stand here to still make this concern, it looks as if nothing has been done about it. And it keeps on increasing. And it is about road and lorry accidents in our country. Please, 2024, the road accidents increased by 9.3%. So in 2025, we had 14,743 road accidents. And it claimed the lives of 2,949 citizens of our country. It is really sad. We see that there hasn't been any epidemic in Ghana, namely malaria, cholera, AIDS, and recent COVID-19 has ever claimed the lives of our citizens than road accidents. Please, my honorable, once you are the Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs, I know you have your colleagues, Minister for Roads and Minister for Road, and then he's the and Highways, and then your Minister for Interior. Please, if you can work with them and see, because the research is that it's either mechanical faults or the indiscipline on our routes. On our routes. Indiscipline. On our routes. This is causing, yeah, the bus roads are there, but please, honorable, the road that we have, we can use it. And we can drive to suit the condition of the roads that we have if we are disciplined. Therefore, I entreat you. I addressed this 6 years ago, and it is still going on. I plead with you to work with this. When we are coming home, we feel very unsafe. And just about last 2 weeks or so, I heard Honorable Asidun Ketia making some, jokes, remarks, that we were going to employ 5,000 police officers to add to the fleet that we have, and 500,000 applicants. And who are they going to arrest? I know that if we have enough of police personnel, they can be checking the indiscipline on our routes. I thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
One more, which is the last.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some. Okay, please. All right, so I'll take yours and then we'll come here. That will be the last one because I think the high table will need to. They have another appointment.
Should I go
Please
ahead?
go ahead, madam.
Okay.
Thank you.
My question is, regarding the 17 region, right? Okay. If there is a plan that every office in Ghana will recruit some diasporans, because, like you said, our mentality is different. And my sister talked about mentality. Even a cleaner in this country has a different mentality than, I'm sorry to say, a banker in Ghana. And it will be good if we can involve the diasporans. A lot of people here have a lot of experience, very lot of experience, and we keep it here until we go for pension. But Ghana is for all of us.
Thank you. Please, can I have yours? One more, and
okay.
that's it. We
And
wrap
that's
up.
it, okay.
Okay, I see
For
your
the next
hand.
round, yeah.
Yes, Pastor Victor Ahaji. Yes, my concern is about the judiciary in Ghana. Especially we from the diaspora, you go to Ghana and you acquire land, or you have some issue in
please.
Ghana. And the moment they know you are from abroad, they know that this thing doesn't take more than 3 weeks. So they'll be playing with you. They will do gymnastics with you. And they know after 3 weeks, you are going back. And then the person who tries to rob you of your own property or land, that person, the next time you go, put up a building. And I don't know why they should treat us differently, whilst we all come from the same womb. Yes, that's good.
Thank you. Three questions. Honorable, this is the last batch. Can I add one more person to make it 4, with your permission? Please go ahead, madam. Can we pass the microphone on to her? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So my question is, what reforms is Ghana implementing to strengthen its global business competitiveness when it comes to fiscal discipline and macroeconomic stability? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So that is the last batch of questions. This hand is difficult for me to ignore. Can we please take the microphone to you?
Okay.
So that will be 5 in all, and that ends it.
I have 2 short questions. I have been to DVLA to see how they control our cars. You just put the car on the ramp and they tell you light, you put it on. Reverse light. I've seen cars with broken headlamps and windscreens that are passed. So, Mr. Siama, the accident, apart from indiscipline, they don't control the cars. You see a car smoking coming out of DVLA. So what happens, when I go to Ghana, I take the car at the airport. When I'm returning, I give it back at the airport because I don't like anybody to drive me. In the beginning, I give them chance to enter. But after a while, I behave like them. They're indisciplined. Because for a while, a journey of 30 minutes, I'll be spending more than 1 hour. So that indiscipline is a big problem. And then I want to ask, what is the plan for Ghana Airways? Ghana Airways, I don't know what is happening. All this Swiss thing we are talking about, if our Ghana Airways is functional, we wouldn't have problems.
Thank you. And that was the last question. We are done. And please, we have our minister and, of course,
thank you again.
Our panelists attending to the questions.
Vehicle duty. Thank you, our panelists here. Vehicle duty. You see, as I listened through, most sincerely, most of the questions being asked are before this reset agenda we have. This is all part of the things we want to do to change the system. Right now, as we speak, I'm sure my Krofrom, my sin brother, your question may be based on some past experience. Currently, if you bring a vehicle to Ghana at the port, no one is allowed to handle money. You go with your documents and you pay the money online, direct to the ministry, the government. It will take all the verifications on the vehicle, and then you pay it accordingly. And in fact, we have also reduced the rates. Tax rates has gone down. So you are not going to experience, if you have anybody here who has sent a car, let's say in the last 6 months, consult with them and they will tell you the experience. It is not. If it's an overaged vehicle, I think 10 years and over, there's a section of penalty. But even that is not as much. So that is a thing of the past. Road accidents increase.
Honorable, before I proceed to the next one, I have been asked to plead with you to do that in Chi. The first one you just answered.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, nipa no person me catch or the car go.
Me jidi saw the car go.
Yo, madam. Me say, and now ko Ghana now the car coffee. Well, we zaka we come no bakaza which you crab about the be can here. So oh aden. Matthias say. This all the car coffee this time there. And some no my brother and the kind about maybe 2-3 years ago. They were handling, the port authorities were handling the money. Me and my nephew be the car for Canada buy. My officer I know about his uncle. First year mean to 26,000. Me call her no. Yes, I fed the 36,000. I'm say how? But this time it's not done that way. See, I know. What the car no papers no qua. A show chances, a show liters information all can no hina no nti okoye no o de share here system no na be calculate amount no what you scan no so online now do receipt akwajoka because ye hu any say not those times no more inflate price now customs are there we say car na be about 14,000 Ghana cedis no no and be at 24 and 34 also we anxious so by joka or just can we are not the cautious so no amount of fake receipt. That's what they were doing. It be clear to me inflating in such a way say wouldn't mean to are normal car. It was happening. It was happening. A case came to me about that and I asked me what case. So I couldn't fight for this guy. He came to me. I said, you know what? For car information, that's in your follow car. A national security guard took the car. Obini CVR Honda. Offer just because he sees it, he likes it. Those things is no more. And this is why when I come to forums like this and I talk to my brothers and sisters, I'm because Omani ye any emphasize party samnan tunjin. The oya jumana be kosono, or any support no more.
Well done, well done.
real accidents, road accidents increase. Two things we have, a challenge we have, enforcement. Ghana, your problems in you go through enforcement. Whether it's the Americans here duty some or the others. Anything who says you are system be anshima and work. Ono ankasa nanaka suffer kind. Nemo name one says suffer say first no driver or man he's all driver this almost. Huh? Hey, I suffer the name some yourself. I did see your boy assume 7 times crowd, so Dan has this. But anyways, yeah, Mr. San, I'm driving to say the old canal. It's I'm a pecan and Nimno Sumba. Oh, but this old Mr. Driver, no Nimian, so one will be can one more. That's right. Yes, road accidents and mainly you rose in here. The roads in India, especially stretch from Kumasi to Accra. People are losing their life like rats. And then I made a big push this year. And says, Obi Haba, no, if you Accra, Ghana, no, Abaha. Mumisano, says, yeah, 14, you know, South Road in the area. Yeah, only 2 lanes from Accra all the way to Kumasi. You wear about 2 lanes all the way from Accra to Takrade. Sati Mamakan. See, if your baby are traffic and workers, and baby so and you peru more no. Now I see a safe road. Kaswa say, me call up my constituency. Me fear crowd, some driver from Kaswa to Mankasim. Na madania for Mankasim. Yes, answer me call Yamransa Namafa. Now before from Kaswa to Winnibano. It is not easy. And he say the second phase of the road, you know. I don't know what they were doing the first phase, whether it's for political gain or whatever. Me who road a collapse road nina. And to do baby who baby unfa. They were open also offer. And we caution the contractor doing the second phase and they say, this time around do 1 lane, leave the old road. We are now switching here, but used to say no acquire the other lane. That is the normal thing you do. So again, it's part of our reset. We are putting new ideas on how to make life comfortable and save lives. And then also, the police issue now you want. Your police here terrible. I don't know why. Blatantly, then they are collecting. They're too corrupt. You know, that's why sometimes some of us, when we also go now, let's spend a moment and do the enforcement. I don't allow them. But meanwhile, I'll sit back, let my driver engage them. Then who say, do baby or then he say, boss woman. I had an encounter with the police where a vehicle is ahead of me. Okuta my share white nibino. I'm here from the traffic police. I share white. No kuta file be say. I'm sitting in the car, the next car ahead of me. And who said, Wajibi be not there, she book file them. And he drew on there, so who Land Cruiser, see embassy, and I'm say, Onjina. Ojan, I'm say, Omra. Oban, I'm say, a nation, a. Also, honorable my, Obu, I'm not of him. And I'm say, what? And I say, oh, yeah, corruption, crana. Oh, show surrounding. So why are my habit? So he doesn't even see the danger in it. So right away, I took his number. Asked for his name. I called his commander that I want that guy disciplined. So these are some of the things we can all do to enforce it. Because why am I here? It's business as usual. So accidents, is the nature of our roads and the indiscipline of our law enforcement. So we're working on that. Land issues, the same thing. So this enforcement should go through all institutions. But I hear now the new law in land registration, is going to be different. There will be a search. I have say auto as an auto property. There's a search before a lawyer does the search. And I will also encourage some of you. Treat it like here. I think some of us is we become so complacent. When we go back home, you must be cry, you break a law, no crash no matter. You go and you rush to buy a land. Somebody say has a land. Stay away from it. If you are serious, buy it from a developer. Some developers sell land. They don't have to buy the house. Because he's already taken the title for that land. Maybe you are 100 acres. And all develop. That's how I got my house. 2 years ago, bulldozer by me baby boom Crawford dime baby. They couldn't touch my place because I bought my land from a developer and I gave him the plan and he built it for me. If I had taken it, the court rules against the next family. Then the next family say, now, Makoto land, mama, my brother, and it's going to be non so kochi. Say, assassin media. That's where the fight starts. Otherwise, engage a lawyer. Spend extra, maybe 500 safer Swiss francs or 1,000 Swiss francs for your peace of mind. Don't go on your own, says you need to make a more false certificate, be a no IG. So, the young lady, financial discipline. You mentioned how we are going to be able to, I think, global business competition. The most important thing is we've been able to stabilize our currency. That is a very powerful thing. Because globally, we all know Swiss francs, a kofom kakrabi, na kosro kakra. But Africa, at the end, it is a magic. It may call overnight, 5 CDs. But since if you are following it in the last 6 months or 8 months, it's very stable. And that is what has given confidence to investors. So again, we are working on that. Once we start building some industries, adding value to our agricultural products, get our infrastructures in place, a lot of investments will come in, businesses will come in, jobs will be available for our youth, and that's how economy grows. So be rest assured that we want young people like you to have a change of mind and come back and bring your expertise and your knowledge, it will be helpful. Madam is here. If you want any directives, come and see her. And she'll be able to direct you, assist you. DVLA corruption, and they said, I think was you mentioned. Yeah, we've seen it all. We all been on the highways. Udika biachi no light. And so na barrier and odru ocham. I've seen it myself. Police in a barrier. Na Ghana nkwaya wa truck bi am se omo fact charcoal biri jabiri. I could never understand it. And so chemo barrier bia. And it's a very dangerous area. But again, it's enforcement. No, it's no longer there. Yeah. In fact, ideally, in most advanced societies, in economic advanced society, they encourage tractor trailers to travel at night. because the average person is going to work, family, whatnot. They use the roads during the day. If the roads are good, that is what it is. Because sometimes when the roads are not good, you want to travel late to avoid traffic and all those things. But that is the good news about Ghana Airways. We are going to start our Ghana Airways. It is a flagship thing for the president. Ghana Airways will come back. That's why we say we need to put all these infrastructures in place. Show confidence in the economy. And then the investors will come in. It is one of the projects that we want. We want to fly our flags internationally again. Because we started before even Ethiopian Airlines. If it wasn't for bad administration, Ghana Airways could have been one of the, it would have been even bigger than, what do you call the Dubai airline? Emirates and all of them. We were ahead before Emirates came. Those times Emirates, the Arabs were driving on the back of donkeys. When we had Ghana Airways and Black Star Line and shipping lines and all that. But bad practices and corruption and selfishness and greed. That's why I always, everywhere I go, I say, please.
But he has to, for us.
Briefly, because we have to wrap up, please.
Okay, good evening.
Please.
Okay, good evening. Okay. So he asked the question about Good Board sponsoring women of valor. The truth is that we never gave them a penny. And even this never happened this year. Somewhere between August and September that they approached. And my boss told them that over his dead body, will any amount be given to them. However, Gold Board jewelry is established and we need to market our jewelries.
Opportunity to engage you directly for proper explanation.
All right.
Is that okay?
That's okay.
Because I see that even the high table is lost and confused. I saw Madam's face. So, and if we are going to begin, it's probably going to drag. Okay. So please, we do this. Okay, so if you have any concerns, thankfully he's here. He's here and he will help us understand what went on. As a journalist, I totally, can relate to the issue. But quickly, we are coming to the end of all this important event. And I would want to say a big thank you once again to the high table. Ambassador Professor Mrs. Esi Ewuaganes, Ambassador Professor Mrs. Esi Ewuaganes, Ambassador to Switzerland. Thank you so much for being a great host and leading this initiative. Honorable James Jachi-Kwesin, Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs and of course self-appointed Diaspora Ambassador. Thank you so much for also agreeing to be part of this conversation. Deputy Head of Mission, thank you so much for Diaspora Kweku Ewusi the 7th, Epejahene of Esibu State, Chairman, Ghana Water Resources Commission. Nana, thank you so much for your time. And also Nana Obokese Ampa the 1st, Abiaze, and this is Apeja. Asebu, Abiaze and Asebu. Thank you so much. My apologies. All right then. Thank you very much, Nana. And he's also the chairman of Sankofa in Action, just so you know. And Honorable Edward Marcus, Chief State Protocol Officer, Office of the President. Thank you very much, Honorable, for agreeing to sit on the table for us. At this point, we would like to also say a big thank you to you. A few of the issues or topics that came up, it appears everything is under enforcement. So I would say that vehicle duty, cocoa processing, employing technology for expediency and session, national airlines to facilitate easy travels for the economic gains of our country, strengthening diaspora politician relations for mutual benefits, effective leadership for the people with a focus on passports and other national documents. This and many more others came, through for us to be able to discuss. I want to say thank you so much for you. I believe you have something to say before I close this entirely.
Please don't rush out and then don't be in a hurry to go. We've prepared something, our caterers have prepared something out there. Grab something, enjoy it, interact with people, as well as our honorable and the ambassador. You can have one-on-one tete-a-tete conversation with them and enjoy their company. You can take pictures with them.
We are going to have the photo session right now. There will be a group picture with all the executives, and of course, each and every one of you can also be a part of today's documentation. Thank you once again for your time. I appreciate you so much, and continue to be participants when it comes to the economic development of our dear country. You have a voice. Say as stakeholders, and we appreciate you so much. My name is Harriet Nate, and I appreciate your time for this.
And again, there's going to be a church service tomorrow at Church of Pentecost in Valley Salem. So please, if you have time, church starts at 12 p.m. to 2:30. So tomorrow there will be church service for our dignitaries. So be part of it and enjoy. Thank you very much. We can do better than that. Thank you. Let's wait for our high table to leave. We are going to do group photo. And the group picture from the high table, and then please, if you are here from any institution, you can join them for the group photo. And please, when they, yes. No, let's come down. They'll come down, yes. They will come down. Samsewa, please come down. Yeah. They will come down, please. Those of you who would like to take photograph with them.